Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Stanificent Newsroom, where we bring you the latest news and updates from Nigeria and around the world, from breaking stories to in-depth analysis. Stay tuned as we delve into the headlines and stories shaping our world today.
Hello guys, good evening. My name is Okoli Kemdirim Lovett and you're welcome to Stanificent Newsroom. And with me I have
Emmanuel Adeyemi.
Now to the news headline. Sewage plant exposes Lagos resident to cancer and infertility test. Umahi promises timely completion of Kogi State Federal Road project. Farmers crisis, provide land for grazing, Tinubu directs governor. Bayelsa government pool, we won't answer of petition, tribunal tells Sylvia. Woman jumps into river from moving boat in Lagos. Tinubu arrives Niger to inaugurate agric project renamed airport. Now to the news proper.
Now to the news in full. Tragic news: the CEO of Access Holdings, Herbert WIGWE, his wife and son reportedly died in a chopper crash in the United States of America. Dr. WIGWE had five others died on the 9th of February 2024 after the Euro E-130 in which they were traveling crashed near Nipton, California. It also killed his wife, his son Chize, and former chairman of Nigerian Exchange Group PLC, Abimbola Ogunbanjo, and 2 crew members. Dr. WIGWE started his professional career with Coppers and Librad Associates, an international firm of chartered accountants. He spent 10 years at Guaranty Trust Bank PLC, where he managed several portfolios including financial institutions, large corporates, and multinationals. Dr. WIGWE died at age 57 and was reported to have died in an accident that occurred at the California desert on February 9th. I mean, how tragic do you think this situation would have been for the other families?
Well, I would say it's a very, very tragic thing, not only to the families, but to Nigeria as a whole, because I really cannot really explain the shock it was on Nigeria. And I must say my condolences to the families of late Mr. Herbert, especially the ones he left behind. We must say it's a very tragic thing. So, but anyway, it has happened. So we say rest in peace, and we, members of Stanificent, we sympathize with the family of the disease.
Yes, it's very tragic. To add, Sunday Ekochi, the company secretary, in a statement said that WIGWE died along his wife and son February 9, 2024 in a helicopter crash in the USA. He says, and I quote, "It's with deep sadness that the board of directors of Access Holding PLC announces the passing of Dr. Herbert WIGWE, CFR, the company's founding group CEO and former group managing director of its flagship subsidiary Access Bank PLC, that is a bank. The entire Access family mourns the loss of Herbert, Darren, and Chize. May their soul rest in peace."
Amen.
All right, now to the next news quickly. We're going to be discussing another news that has to do with Nigeria. And this is Nigeria's tragic defeat to Ivory Coast at the AFCON final. This is what we call tragic.
Very, 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 very tragic.
I mean, I could imagine the day I watched. I think I was at home that night, and it was a very tragic day. Nigeria, as a country, passionately stood up to support the Super Eagles. I mean, I've never seen Nigeria so coordinated in a long time. I mean, when was the last time you saw Nigeria so coordinated in one place, wishing Nigeria to win?
Even on Twitter and on all social media, we were actively involved in this match, and I can say it was not only the Super that went to play. All Nigerians were in that field that very day.
Yeah. All the Nigerians were on the field, but imagine having all Nigerians on the field and we still lost.
It was painful.
Yeah, it was very painful.
At least that match was the only thing that gave us joy during this hard regime, so to say. But anyway, we are still happy.
Definitely, that's Nigeria for you. We're gonna move. You know, Nigeria as a country is still passionately behind the Super Eagles at the final of the AFCON nationals between Nigeria and Ivory Coast, which took place on Sunday, February 11, 2024 at the Al Nassan Al Trash Stadium in Abidjan. The kickoff was about 8 That's 2000 UK time and 8 p.m. Nigerian time. It was a national worldwide desire for the Super Eagles to bring glory to Nigeria again, especially during difficult such time. Just like you said, it would have been an amazing gift to Nigeria, but just like you also said, Nigeria will keep moving. The match proceeded with great enthusiasm from each team. However, at about 38 minutes into the kickoff, the captain of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, William Trust Ekong, made a sublime header as a result of a beautiful cross, which led to the first goal of the game. I mean, how did you feel after seeing the first goal of the game? Were you all thinking that Nigeria was going to win that match? Well, I was thinking that way.
The truth was that immediately we scored that goal, the way we all shouted and we were all happy. And we had our expectations. Well, okay.
Exactly. As soon as he scored the goal, you should have seen my entire community was on fire. Everybody, even me, I was screaming in my room. God, we were thinking that was it. But I mean, that's why football is a game. You can't 100% predict the entire thing. I mean, the opera was intense, and nearly the whole nation of Nigeria was elated with such tremendous joy. However, we cannot finish this news without mentioning the Nigeria's goalkeeper, Stanley Nwabali. How can you not mention that man? That man, just say something.
Stanley was the man of the match.
Man of the entire tournament for me. Like,
seriously, he was the best. If you go on social media, you will see that as of now, I think he has achieved more things after the match. I think that match brought out more of him. Like, he brought him into spotlight. And I can say he tried. He did perfectly well.
He tried. I mean, somebody said, I saw it too. Somebody said, if maybe your boyfriend cannot keep you, Nwabali can keep your relationship. And it was such a great one because that guy was on point. I mean, I can imagine, if you watch the match, properly, Ivory Coast, the Ivorians, they had a lot of chances, but Nwabali denied this. But I mean, of course, I think about at the 62nd minute, the second half, the Ivory Coast equalized as a result of a great goal by one of their players called Frank Kese, which he had been on that match throughout that day, but it was a great one. However, sadly, tragically, at the 81st minute, the passion of the Ivorians was very evident when their striker in person of Hala gave a sublime touch into the game that devastated Nigerians.
That last goal actually broke most Nigerians.
I'm telling you.
In fact, that goal, it destabilized all of it. It was at that moment we all lose hope. We just felt like, they don't win. Everybody just go home. So that's just it.
And the fact that it came at a late time, 81 minutes to the end of the match. Imagine it came like 60 minutes. Nigerians would have been on the matter. But it was, we thank God. I mean, finally, over truth, the best team actually won. That was the best team won. However, the Super Eagles, being sad, took to their hearts courage and were able to stand strong as the second in 2024 African Cup of Nations. Guys, we have come to the end of Stanificent Newsroom for today. We want to thank you for staying with us. I'm sure that you learned. We'll be getting more updates from us in some other time. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll see you back here next time for more news coverage. Stanificent Newsroom, bringing all things new.